of the channel, and this is museum maintenance. Kind of. Probably can't see because it's mostly off camera, is this giant looking skateboard thing. Ugh! It's got 4 wheels, it's heavy duty, it's a very heavy base. Now, why did I build this? Well, you probably came to the video to see why I'm building this. Should I spoil the surprise or you see it at the end? Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm building a very special display. And by the time this video gets out, the other videos will be out, that I have a Model T, I believe, windshield with a Warrior farm sticker on it. Problem is, it's really hard to display. Now, I'm going to take you over there. Now, if you look up there, I have some brackets on my little window shades here that pull out. Now, all that is insulation foam, some plywood, some plates all screwed together. I was trying to hang this huge guy off of that. Well, on that little window thing, doesn't work. So I need something better. Now, you guys are going to be seasick by the time I get through this video, but this is why I made this platform. Now, if I move this over here, you can see the wheels rolling. I have it set very low, and these are barely sticking out at the end, because I want all the weight down at the bottom. And I got plenty of space to add weight to the bottom if I need to. Or I can put a panel and add weight that way with some bricks or anything. Now, it is a cool skateboard. But that's not the main purpose. Now, I'm just down to cutting some wood for the sides. I'm going to reinforce it, and you guys saw the pegboard in the background. Well, then I'm going to wrap 3 sides in pegboard so I can display other stuff around it. So it's going to be a multi-purpose piece. And even though almost everything else is in black, I think white would look a little bit better. Also, I want to make sure those windshields can really pop and see that sticker. I have another windshield. It doesn't have a sticker, but I got a plan for that one. Now, I didn't bore you with building that skateboard because there was a lot of frustration. A lot of plans didn't work out since I wanted to reinforce the bottom with the wheels, but the bolts that came out of it were just a tad short, so I had to actually press the nuts into the board to make everything work. Now, does it look great? Kind of does. And I should be able to cover up those bolts pretty easily if I want to. Or I'm just going to paint over it and you're not going to see it. We'll see. This video is going to be shot over multiple days because, one, it's still cold outside, so I can't paint. And I'm not going to paint in the museum heaven mercy, especially with spray paint. If I was going to roll it on, it'd be different. I can do that here. Aerosol, But yeah, I'm going to take you through this journey. Not as great in depth as my other museum maintenance or building videos, but hopefully something more entertaining, hopefully. So we'll see. Let's pop over to the saw. Okay guys, so we're over here at the saw. We're going to cut these and see what we can do. Always measure twice, cut once. Or don't, and make another trip to the hardware store. Now what I do is, when I cut my first piece, I use that actually as a template for the rest. That way, if I am off a little bit with my cuts, everything matches. And most of my projects, that's good enough. Okay, so actually I can't even complain. So I got my sides cut. I'm going to get everything set up. So, tell you the truth, a lot of my projects like this, I am working with a prototype in my head. Sometimes I'll jot it down so I can take some measurements. This one was completely in my head. So this is kind of the process of building things off the top of your head. I don't recommend it. I have some sort of gift or maybe I was dropped on my head as a child. Who knows? But this is something I can do pretty easily. So we'll get on getting it. Okay, so here goes nothing. I'm gonna put these side pieces on and go from there. So it might look a little bit silly right now. More looks like a Wi-Fi router than whatever it's going to be when it's done. But I'm getting it framed up. I'm going to put in side supports and back supports and go from there. But first, I got to get this on the ground. So, I'm going to use my offcuts for supports, which shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so we got the back braces in. This is just kind of to be sturdy here, because all this is going to be covered by pegboard too, so if I make any mistakes, I can cover it up. Remember that. And I will get the sides in, hopefully, if we have large enough screws. I might have to go out and get some hardware instead. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. We're going to put these side supports on. One here and one about here. This is just to strengthen up the frame. I'm going to do another set to actually hold the windshield in place. I'm trying to over-engineer this a bit because I don't want those windshields to fall. So, let's get to it. We got the lower supports in, the upper supports are in, sides and back. Now, I'm going to basically do the same thing again, but these supports are for the windshields. To keep things consistent, since it's a wood structure, I'm not very level right now. I'm going to just use a piece of wood to do my spacings. A little bit smaller piece of wood. So they're just consistent on both sides. So, let's get to it. So I've been going back and forth. Do I want to mount it in the middle? Do I want to kind of far back? And I think I do want it far back. The reasons why is it gives more space, just for a little safety buffer. Back there out of the way. So yeah. Let's get going. It's probably a little bit hard to see on camera, but we got the first windshield installed. Minor adjustments, because I'm kind of going this on the fly. So I'll remove this because I don't want to use any power tools around this, and I'll still have to mount the lower one. Okay, let's get to it. Okay guys, so we have mounted, we've dry fitted everything, so the two windshields should be good to go. I think we can start on the pegboard surround before we go off to paint. So, well, in theory. I was going to do spray can for this, but with the weather still being not so great and rainy now, I might, if I have to remove the hardware store anyway, go and pick up some roll paint and just roll it. So yeah. Okay, on to the next step. We got the pegboard up. I do want to get some like maybe those drywall protectors for the corners. Maybe incorporate those into here. Hopefully before I go to paint. But it's looking pretty good so far. So this inside here, I have one, 2 windshields. Hopefully, what I also got to do, but you can't see, at the bottom here, I'm going to put some wood down at the bottom to cover that up. And hopefully have it somewhat flush with the pegboard. So that's the next steps. Here we go. Well, it's going to only be an instant for you. The next step is painting and finishing. That is going to be a little while for me, but let's get into it. Okay, so we've gone through the painting process. Let me show you here. It's very white. For the sharp, keen people you've seen, I've added a few things. I did decide to put some paneling in the back, some pegboard and paneling on the sides. I added some metal plates so I can have little lights to illuminate this. I did add some guides to make it look a bit better. It is very white, it is very rolly. And it is ready for its next steps. So something I want to do is get the windshields installed and put the displays in, or put the display items in. So let's do it. Okay, one more. Well guys, here is the windows installed. I'm going to have display lights for this. Now I got to do some other stuff, like hopefully maybe find the original Daybreak with Del Arena, get that, or maybe a better copy, get that laminated. So maybe I can have that in the back somewhere. I'll be on the hunt for this particular plate. I doubt I'll ever find it, but I can at least try. I'm going to maybe try to find a spare Warrior Farm and get that here on the pegboard. Now this one has a special surprise. I'm not going to show it to you in this video. You're going to have to come out and see it for yourself. It'll be done very soon, because this is being prepped for the Wisconsinites license plate meet in March for the one in midweek. Hopefully I can get this done by then and see how that goes. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.